Crystal the Foxy Colorist, and guess what? I am trying something new. So, have you seen these three-dimensional coloring books? Here's one that I purchased from Ollie's. It's a smaller one. Yeah, they actually, again, like it says 3D. So, like, okay, in this book, you have like your instruments and stuff. Well, I purchased another one from like a half price bookstore, but this one was like grayscale. So I've been purchasing a lot of different coloring supplies. So I said, let me take my oil pastels. These are new ones that I got. And here are some old ones that are in a container. Let me take my oil pastels, and I have several different types. These are from Ollie's. I like the ones that are creamy, not the ones that are metallic. They don't spread as well. But I was like, let me take my oil pastels in this 3D coloring book using Gamsol, yes, solvent, and see if I can color with them. And guess what? I can. So I was like, let me turn on the camera and share this. So I normally just use oil pastels to do backgrounds and coloring books, and I haven't really just like straight out colored with them before. But since I got this Gamsol, I was like, let me give it a try. Now, initially, I was using my Prismacolor pencils to color the balloons. Ugh, okay, that's too much. But I was like, let me give this Gamasol a try with these oil pastels because it was just taking forever to color this page with those Prismacolor pencils. So I said, let me give this a try, and I'm really liking it. Let me tell you something. If you are new to my channel, or if this is your first time stopping by, I love doing stuff like this. Sitting here and like, okay, let me just give this a try and see what happens. So I was going, okay, so I did color these, I call them the Goodyear blimps, the little football thingies. I colored this with my oil pastels. The clouds I did with the oil. Why did I do the clouds blue? Anyway, um, this is the only thing I've done with the that is finished with the colored pencils. This particular balloon right here, and it took forever to do that with the blending it out with the Gamasol. So I was like, I need something that's thicker, and I was like, you have something that's thicker. Get those oil pastels out there. They're very thick, very creamy. Again, I have like some that are metallic. I don't like the way that that they spread. They're not very creamy. They're not. So, yes. So what have you experimented with lately? If you're a colorist or you create things, have you done anything that was kind of like outside of the box? I love doing things like this. I can't wait to see the final see what this looks like in the final look in the final stage. But as I sit here and color this, I'm like, okay, what color am I gonna do the sky? I do have white though. So I could just, paint the sky white. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do a white sky. Now this little brush is awesome. I think I got this from Temu, but I was initially using like paint brushes, but I like this. It has like it's like a little brush. It has like a little brush on it, and I like the way that ooh, ooh, it's pulling the oil pastel down. I'm trying not to get any on the actual black part. I'm trying to put this purple on the light portion of the balloon. So yeah. But now I'm just sitting in the Fox's Den, just coloring, experimenting. I have a lot. I got a lot of new supplies in, but I wanted to color this because it's been. I hope this. I forgot this is my arm. I hope my arm is not making the camera jump, 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 jump to it. That's probably too much. I probably should have dabbed it on the napkin first, but I'll spread it around. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So apparently I'm gonna have to put several layers down to make it look really thick. But I can do that. I sure can. Hmm. But yeah, so I'm just taking the oil pastel, I'm coloring on, placing it down on the balloon picture, then getting a little bit of Gamsol, sometimes a little bit too much, onto my brush and just moving the oil pastel around. Now I do have a, like when this is done, because I know I'm gonna need to put that fix it in on this um to hold this, to make sure that this doesn't move on the page. So, but I like this. So this is more of a grayscale picture. I am gonna do a picture in the other book just to see how it comes out, just to experiment a little bit. I always wanted to try to just straight color with these, but I see they're very thick, and you're definitely gonna need something to kind of like spread it out. Hmm. I feel as though I should have used a lighter color to make this pop. I think I used more of a lilac, but you know what? It's never too late. I know I have, I could use white with it, or I could take this. Okay, is that a, hmm, let me see. No, let me use the white. Let me be safe. Now, one thing you have to do, see, I mixed some white with the blue. So I have to make sure that I wipe it off to get all that blue off of it. So so that doesn't get on my balloon. I don't want it to be there. All right. So I want to make this a little bit lighter. Let me just add a little bit of white to it and see what happens. It should get lighter. All right. Let's- Yeah. I think I'm just gonna like forego. Okay, look, it might have gotten too light. Okay, there we go. I think I'm okay. I'm just gonna go over the whole balloon. I'm not gonna worry about the light and the dark part right now. Yeah, I need to do that. Because with the other one, I was like super careful. Let's just go for it on this one. We're not going to worry about the fact that that's darker or lighter. That's one thing about grayscale. It's supposed to, you can use it, what they say, to determine where to put your light color and your dark color. Or you can just be like me and ignore the whole thing and just do what you want to do because it's your coloring book and you purchased it and that's it. Okay, how about I like this purple, this lilac. All right. And it does it's matching that. Hmm. I like that. I need to get a good a good amount because I either got too much or not enough. Okay, let me go like this. I need to change my. Okay, I'm covering more ground like that too. Okay, I think I was being too careful because the last time I did this was never. Okay, stop being so silly. The last time I did this was when never. So yeah, I'm like, all right. Somehow I'm gonna go back and do detailing on this. I'm not sure right now. I gotta see what it looks like once it gets a little bit drier. But look at that. I made them, you know what? An acrylic paint pen. An acrylic paint pen. When I get done, if I want to put the striping back in, I can use an acrylic paint pen. Those things cover anything. Anyone agree with that? Acrylic paint pens will cover anything. They really will. Okay, was this the one I was using? All right, so I'm liking this and see I like this better because I could be carefree. I don't have to try to like, oh, let me make sure I get it on this line or anything like that. I could be more carefree with it. So I do like that. Can't wait to see how this dries. That's looking a little, I don't know, it's looking a little streaky. All right. Oh, you know what I did? Okay, it's like I did this for the orange balloons with a brush, but then I went through with a tissue and smoothed and I smoothed it down. Because I'm like, why did it look so smooth? And this is looking crazy.com. Crazy.com. Okay, we're gonna fix it. Ah! This is why you should tap it on the napkin first because of that. All right, there we go. Oh goodness. Don't worry about it. Let me add a little bit more white. I like it when I did not. Yes, I did. Here it is. Yes, they started. Okay, Crystal, that's too much. My other ones, they started breaking because I've had them for a while, and I've been using them. So I was like, let me get some new ones. Let me- hmm, hmm. So do you have one of these 3D books? I stumbled across them, but I really like them. They're just something that's different. There's something that's easy to color. It's not like like a Kirby book or like a mythographic. I mean, everything, the objects are large. Okay, Chris. Um, the objects are large. All right. Well, I just wanted to do a little color and chat. The month of May, this is May 2025 right now. It's going to be full of supply hauls. I was like, oh, go ahead and bust out the camera, even though you're using it. Go ahead and bust it out so they can see your new oil pastels. And again, I just plan on using them, I said for backgrounds, but now that I have my little 3D books, I'm gonna use them for my 3D books to color them in. Yes. I created a oil pastel background for on a gnome picture. I colored for the hashtag, the gnome hashtag, Annie's Arts and Crafts, Crafts by Annie, Crafts for Hope. All right, so let me show you guys when I use this, when I use the paper towel. Yes, Bounty the quicker picker upper. And I just take a little bit. And I did this with the blimps. And I just kind of smoothed it out some. Yes. There we go. Probably gonna add some more layers to this. I like that. I like that grape color. This really reminds me of grape. But yes. Okay, so do you all suggest, I mean, I'm gonna have to do the sky white. The way I'm looking at this now, I should have done the sky first, huh? Because trying to be all like you say precious and careful around all these other things, that's going to be challenging. But I'm up for it. I'm up for the challenge. I like this. I like this grape balloon. I do. I am going to go in with I think, like I said, an acrylic paint pen. All right. Well, I just wanted to come on here and show you my new oil pastels that I purchased. And here's some more. My old ones are quite broken up from having so much fun with them. Where are they? These things are looking just yeah. But hey, that means that they're being used is what that means. I need to start doing a completed pages video so you guys can see all the stuff that I color, off camera. I color, stuff for hashtags, but I just, color all the time. So I color other things too. So I need to do a completed pages. But I'm always like, ooh, ooh, on to the next thing. Ooh, ooh, on to the next thing. So So do you use oil pastels in your coloring or, you know, your crafting? You may make cards. Do you use them for that? They're very relaxing to let me add a little bit of white. Let me add a little bit of white. They're just relax. Look at that. See? Now if I had a colored pencil, mm-mm, no. So this is a good way to take a break. Give your hand a break. If you use colored pencils a lot too. A really good way. I see that other balloon hiding back there now. Mm, I see it. I see it. All right. So what would you do with what color would you paint the sky? Because I'm all about well, I'm not gonna have a purple sky now because the balloons are purple. That would just be too much purple. There would be no contrast. I think white would be great. What do you think? You gotta let me know. I might hold off on doing the sky until I post this video and y'all tell me what y'all think. I want to know what color would you make the sky since I made the clouds blue like that? What would you do? Let me see how this would look just with some white on it. Let me just put some white on this. Normally I just I'll just use what is it called? Baby oil with these pastels. But since I wanted to try blending my colored pencils, with Gamsol, so I went on ahead and purchased some. And I was like, hey, let me take those oil pastels um, and see how they flow. I really, ooh, yeah, I like this. That almost looks kind of gray. Okay, I hope I got the light right. It almost looks kind of gray. It really does. All right. Well, this is Crystal the Foxy Colorist. I'm just sitting in the Fox's Den, just experimenting with my new coloring supplies. I am. Got some additional colors. So I just wanted to try them out. And then also this coloring book, I wanted to try it out too. Let me show you the name of the book before I go. And I purchased this book. It's at a half price bookstore. What is it called? Yeah. Three, what? 3D Coloring Wonderful Worlds. It was 4.99. Yep. They got some pretty cool pictures in here. Look at that. Wow. That. Yeah. I could see some green in that. That would be great. But yes, I plan on coloring in this book using my oil pastels just so I can get, practice with them. I was using like my Prismacolor pencils and that was just weighing on my hand. I really didn't I wasn't having fun doing it that way. That was not fun for me. But doing it this way, I'm having lots of fun. It's going very easy and I'm having a good time doing it. All right. Again, look for lots of haul videos. I can't wait. Everything is still in boxes, but I got these new glitter markers. I can't wait to test those out because one of my friends colored an entire picture with gel pens with that itty bitty point. I know that's I think I've seen M Bean do that too. I know that takes forever. Me and Patience don't get along. Me and Patience, we be fighting all the time. Do you fight with Patience? Yeah, mm. I'm like, is there a faster way to do this? How can I be more efficient? I think gotta catch them all because I'm trying to color in all my coloring books and this is slowing me down. Okay, now I put too much white on that side, but that's okay. I can clean it up. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, guys, I'm definitely gonna do the sky white because that's gonna make that pop. That really is. Mm. All right, you guys are gonna see this final picture in a short. Let me know in the comments if white is the way to go. Because, we can make this sky yellow. It is our sky. We can do what we want to do. We can even make it lime green. Oh, I have a lot of great greens. Um, yeah, I do. I have a lot of great different color greens. We can do a lot of stuff with this. So let me know in the comments. Should I just go crazy with it? Or should I, stick to the norm? All right. This is Crystal the Foxy Colorist playing with her oil pastels and Gamsol. Yes, because I want to see how this stuff works. I do. Because a lot of people use it to shade, and their shading goes really fast. And I like that. All right. So stay tuned for the next video. Yeah, we have lots of supplies, lots of art supplies that came into the den. All right. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Yes. Be sure to check out my video where I did alcohol marker backgrounds in mythographic books, and it actually went fast. I was really impressed with that. Oh my goodness. All right. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. And like I always say, keep it foxy. Peace.